Are you ready? It's that show. It's that show you've heard about. It's that show you tell your friends about. It's that show you don't want to miss. We keep it real, we keep it raw, we don't hold back. It's Girl Talk.
All right, so we're on question number 3. Our plus one has taken us on quite a journey.
No, we halfway there.
Okay, here we go. Question number 3.
Okay. Considering what has already been discussed and exposed, and understanding the purpose and my beliefs of why a woman was created, I strongly and will die always believing that a woman is God's gift to man. But understanding in that relationship as it being God's gift to man, is the gift greater than the recipient? Because in understanding the art and the appreciation of giving, you're giving to show your appreciation, which leads me to this point. Do you believe in this current standings of things? Are you a 10, a queen, and some even refer them to themselves as the table, and if so, why?
Are you a 10, a queen, or the table?
Y'all all have to do that. I can't judge. You have to, in your own opinion, do you believe you are a 10?
Do you have definitions behind those?
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
yeah,
Give
I
us some
got
definitions.
Please.
Okay.
Okay.
What's a 10, a queen, or a table?
Well, in my opinion, a 10 does not exist after 35. 10 don't exist after 35. No, ain't no 10. That's my opinion. Y'all ask me. I don't believe a 10 is existing after 35. 2, true, but dead serious. A 10 can't have stretch marks. 10 cannot have multiple children. A 10 definitely can't have multiple children by multiple men. A 10 has to be able to have natural beauty, meaning that without any kind of makeup, any other aesthetics or any kind of other things, when you get out the bed, go take a shower, if you can just even throw on a baseball cap going to the store, you still getting sweaty. A 10 does not beg, meaning that someone has to have these certain requirements in order to build a, they naturally get offerings. So that's my opinion of a 10. The table. Okay, the table.
The table.
If you're the table, in my opinion, because that's very, very contradictory, because the table, even in a setting, it only provides a sitting. But I'm assuming how you refer to yourself as the table, you're everything on that in terms of all the things that's being served, if that's you. And then as a queen, that you are able to do practically, you're like almost the ultimate female version of a jack of all trades. So those, when I say jack of all trades, you're able to take care of your children, take care of him, take care of the household, take care of the extended family. You're a community woman who is revered by, listen, both women and just as many, if not more, men. If you're that, but I will then allow you to define what you consider to be a 10, a queen, and the actual table.
Go ahead.
You gonna make me go.
I'm waiting.
She the young one on the panel, so I want to get the younger
my thing
view.
Is, I don't really like those labels. So I do feel like I'm a woman of value, but I don't really like those labels. So I can't really, and I don't want to say I can't answer the question, but I can't really answer the question because I don't really want to pick any of those things, if that makes sense. I think that, well, you're talking about women, but I would say we are still talking about relationships. And I feel like I'm someone of value, but also I feel like the person I pick and choose to be with and who choose to be with me should also be the same. Like, they're also someone of value too. So it's not like I want to place myself as like I'm everything and then he's nothing, if that makes sense. I don't like the label, so I can't really. I don't want to answer.
Okay, for the sake of this conversation right now, from a scale of 1 to 10, how do you view yourself?
I feel like I'm a 10. I mean, I
Okay,
guess.
okay,
Yeah, I'm a
okay.
10.
And why?
You say
You
queen.
say
I
queen.
like that.
That's her man, so he
Okay.
said queen.
Okay,
All
but
right.
I'm asking you, how do you come up with this conclusion on your rating? For the sake of this conversation and questioning, your title as queen and that overall table, just for the sake of this.
For the sake of that, well, I think for me,
It would be nice if Neek got up here
Yeah,
he's the one
because
that
I
said
feel like
queen.
I-
Why
because
don't you
I-
come take this mic a little bit
Yeah.
and tell us why you said queen? Since you the one come on over here.
I want to make sure I'm blocking it. So for me, I would say a queen. One, let's say beauty is an eye of the beholder, but for one, when we're talking about the definitions of the different ones, I would say queen because, like you're saying, she really loves the community and black community and bringing things together and for mentorship and wants to give back to the community. When she doesn't just think of herself. Also, when it comes to her man, me, she's also thinking, have you eaten today? Are you okay? Thinking outside selflessly and also thinking communally at the same time. But aside from that, also too, she can dress her ass off, she can put things together, and she also too believes in being genuine and authentic, and I feel like that's the definition of queen when it comes to me as the man for that. And she also has attributes when it comes to my mother likes her and also my auntie likes her, and that's a big thing when it comes to me because we don't, me myself included, if you get to my family or you get to meet my family, which honestly we want to keep it a buck, in the 10 years, or I was 10 years single before it had like that, I never really introduced too many people to my mother or to my aunts or to my other extended family for that. So part of that is me growing, but also too is being ready to say, this person can handle this. This person, my dad loves her, my stepmom loves her, my granny loves her, and things like that. But it's also, too, being able to say, you know what? This person can talk with the best of them. They can also be able to be funny, and they also care about me. We might bump heads at different things, but that is just the continuation of things that's growing, because that's how I feel about it.
And I relate to that because, bringing a man around my dad, so for him to bring you around us, because that one right there ain't no joke. You already know that, and then she brought you to me, as, so it's definitely a circle of very strong women with wisdom. So, and we definitely welcome you to
I'm
the
sorry,
circle.
I forgot a very, 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 very critical one that is really important. Because we just had a major holiday, that being Easter. Okay. Another thing to that list is what has happened to the women that used to know how to burn and cook.
Oh, I
No.
I love to cook.
I'm not. Okay, not just can cook and is willing to cook. Right, because
I love
it's
to
one.
cook.
I don't know if you can cook if you ain't willing to cook without.
I'm gonna definitely cook.
Okay. Thank you. That also goes to the criteria.
Any man in my circle has probably eaten food that I cook because I cook for people. I love to cook.
Okay. Again, I'm just saying this also qualifies as being that woman. Remember, I said the table, the community, the queen, the 10. You got to know how to cook.
Okay, Paige, what are you?
I too don't really look at labels. I think that I'm all that in a bag of chips, but
There you go.
but trying to I'm listening to his definition, and I think we all look at ourselves a certain way, but again, we can feel a certain way about ourselves, which is nothing wrong with that, but it's how does your community and what do they think about you? If you ask my guy, I'm the bee's knees, but that's because I'm going to look out for him. But I also will look out for my community, people who's in my circle. I'm just, I don't really know how not to. Like, that is sometimes almost a fault of mine. But I also embrace it because I also know it's internally who I am as well. So, yeah, I can't really say I'm the table. I don't, based off just, well, I do everything on the table. If you got some good stuff on that table, it's going to be me. A 10. I don't meet his definition of a 10, but you can't tell me I ain't, I got a birthday tomorrow.
That's right. Yes.
So,
it's the birthday show for
yeah,
co-host
yeah.
Paige.
I got a birthday tomorrow, so I'm very grateful that I am still here and still kicking it and still looking good for my age.
There you go.
So,
absolutely.
And then being a queen, I am all that and above. So yeah, that's me.
All right, Kenza. What you? You the 10, you the queen, you the table.
Claude, have mercy.
Claude, have mercy.
I believe that these are like red pill talking points that I don't subscribe to, because I think the purpose of them is to force women into a mental position of proving themselves and vying for the attention of men. And that's weird to me, so nah. I believe that I was made in the image of the Most High, Creator of all things. And in that way I am that I am, and the truth is self-evident.
That's
the
what
truth
the Bible
is
says. You believe in the Bible.
If the truth is self-evident to those who choose to see and be honest with themselves. So if you are a man and you're approaching me, you already see what I am. Because if you pursue me and you have any knowledge of your own self, you know what you need and what you want. So you wouldn't be approaching me if I didn't meet those criteria. So I don't do all that weird stuff. I just believe I'm gonna do this one right because my mama here. Hi, mama. So I'm gonna tell you who I am on a physical plane. My name is Kenza Dawn, and Kenza means wealth or abundance of gold. It means treasure. And dawn is the first light that separates the night from the day. So that's who I am. That's what I am. That's how I incarnated, thanks to my parents. I really believe that that's just my name. That's who I am. I believe that we need to spend more time getting to know ourselves instead of trying to curate people's perceptions of us. Mm-hmm. I think that when you know who you are and you have clear direction and you are embodying the things that you want, then that is what you will attract and you will bring into your orbit. So it's like I said before, we have adopted a lot of concepts that do not belong to us, language that does not belong to us, ideologies that does not belong to us, and the proof is that it divides us. The proof is how divisive it has been for us to even try to conform our minds to this foreign mindset. Like, this is not us. This is so not us. And it's almost a hurtful thing because we just buy into it. Like, this is sad. Like, you gonna ask a woman to say, is she a 10? On a scale, is she a flipping number? I'm good. Is she a number? Is she a number? Are you a table? Are you a queen? A queen is another Eurocentric idea, and the original etymology of queen meant whore. Do you know that? Like, we just take stuff, and we just take ownership of stuff that was not designed for us. And then we deify it, we hold it up and put it on a pedestal. Like, that's who we should be. Like, dude, know thyself, man. Y'all, it's like we gotta really take some time and disconnect from this, because this is killing us, man. Look at us. Look at our community. Look at our children. Look at our relations between men and women. Like, this is stupid. Like, we are not these people. I swear to you, we are not these people. We are not these people. We are so much more than these goofy titles and names and competitions and stupid stuff like Pop the Balloon. Like, dude, we are laughing stock of the globe because we choose to try to adapt and put on the costume of people who wanted to kill us and destroy us and repeat their words and their ideologies and their terminology. This is crazy. Like, I refuse. Like, I just cannot. This is really sad to me. And then we have generations of children coming behind this and men who want to just parrot and regurgitate this nonsense rhetoric made by people. It's an agenda, dude. It's an agenda. These people on these podcasts, these men who are talking about submission all the time and rate yourself and women hitting the wall, there's an agenda. It is an agenda to destroy us. We have got to wake up. We don't have time for this bullshit. We really don't. We really, really don't. Have y'all seen our children? Do you know 70% of our children are functionally illiterate, are not at grade level? Our kids are dumb as hell. And we sitting up here on podcasts talking about a damn 10. We talking about a 10. Your children cannot read or write or spell. But you want to ask me to rate myself? Talk about it. Where the hell are we? Like, this is not real. Like, it's so difficult for me sometimes because I'm like, somebody else got to see this shit. I cannot be the only person somebody else has to see this. We have to stop letting our pain be our spokesperson. Fix your shit. This is trauma talking, man. This is not us. This is trauma talking. And we are not the author of this trauma. Y'all gotta come on, man. This is not about she wear too much weave and he gotta be a 6-figure nigga. That's not what this is. Y'all are being played with. Please, please, if you don't do nothing in your day but take 5 minutes to ask yourself, who am I? Please show me myself. Show me myself so that I don't have to depend on the opinions of people who want to see me dead to define myself. Because this is crazy, man. This is crazy what we have been reduced to. Mm-hmm. How our men have been weaponized against us to degrade us and displace us.
That's so
I
true.
just love us, you know? And like when people be talking about men, I was like, dude, like, yes, I have encountered some crusties and dusties or whatever you want to call them. But man, when I'm telling you I know stellar men, my God. When I'm telling you I know stellar men, like know them, hearts, know them, baby. I'm not in this conversation of men versus women and proving yourself and why y'all don't cook and you know all that. Like, dude, like these are basic. Every man and woman should know how to feed themselves. This is self-sufficiency. Throw a load in the wash, pick up a broom. You know, I mean, this is these are what grown adults know how to do. This is what human stuff. You know what I'm saying? This isn't about genders. This is about being a whole person and owing it to yourself to want the best for yourself and to see yourself actualized as a whole human being on this planet. Like, dude, this is stupid. This is so dumb. This is like beneath us. I promise you, I really want us to move past this men versus women rhetoric because we got some real shit going on.
Yeah, that's true.
And we do not have time for this anymore. We don't need to learn how to date. We don't need to learn how to be a high value man, or we don't need to learn how to be a high value woman. Dude, we got real stuff. We got real problems. We got real problems. I don't know if y'all paying attention or not, but we got some real shit on the horizon. It's not pretty. We are the most unhealthy, the most uneducated, and the brokest in this country. Dude, we got real issues. This is not it. And you may never, I said to myself, dude, you may never invite me here.
I will always invite you
To do
here.
no relationship podcast.
I will
I don't
always
have
invite you
time,
here.
man. I just love us so much.
No, don't throw the mic there.
Man, I just
Spencer.
love us so much. I just see us in the truth of who we truly are, and I just wish we could see ourselves and each other that way. Because America has done a job on us, y'all, and we can reverse that shit.
Yes.
But we got to stop doing a whole lot of stuff, and we have to reduce our appetite for bullshit and stuff that kills us. Because this is poison, man. And I want us to live, and I want us to thrive, and I want so much for us. I have babies. I have children. And not only do I want a good world for them, but I want their mating pool to be full of people with substance. Because right now, we are not producing people of substance.
That's right.
But in order to do that, we have to be people of substance.
That's right.
And we can't be this superficial people who just like dance on the periphery of being intelligent. Like we actually got to be that. And it's like, and right now we playing with this shit. This is mental masturbation. That's what this is. You know what I'm saying? We just go back and forth, and we're not producing anything. We're not producing anything. We'll have this talk. Men will say this, women will say this. How many of y'all can show yourself without makeup in the morning? How many women can still cook a meal? Like, we're going to do this. This is how we spend our time. When we are dying, we still dying of AIDS. We supposed to be done with that, y'all. We got the highest rates of STDs. We got the highest rates of everything bad. And we still playing these gender Olympics? Like, dude, this is dumb. Like, we got to get better, y'all. We got to grow up, man. I mean, it's cool to play, you know.
Okay, I'm gonna hop in here because we actually have the streaming audience.
My apologies.
Oh no, you good. You
did
perfect.
good, yes.
You are perfect. So I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna answer. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna answer, and then I'm gonna let the audience hop in, and then we're gonna bring it back to you at the end. Okay. So I'm just gonna be quick because I'm right along with you. I don't need to define myself. You know, I'm just me. You know, I'm just doing what I can to help black businesses grow, you know, to help the next woman do whatever she needs to do to get to the next level, to help people create the life they want to live, you know, to teach, to reach, whatever I could do, that's who I am. And I don't need to be called a queen. And I don't need to qualify for anybody to call me a queen. I don't need to be called a 10. Even though, just like Paige said, you know, I still think I'm shit, right? But and the whole you said my shoes.
As you should. As you should.
Right. And you know, and then that whole table thing, I just ain't never understood that. I don't understand what you bring to the table and all that other kind of stuff. Especially if you asking me some crap like that on the first date, because I don't even know if I like you, so I don't.
Exactly.
Why you need to even know what I bring to the table at that point? Let me know you, who you are. Just get to know me, and you'll know what I'm bringing, you know, just get to know me. So what I do want to do, though, is open up the floor to the audience. How we doing on time, co-host Paige?
Oh, we got a little time.
We got a little time? Okay. Come on over here, because I know. And you too, come on, get in line over here. Come on.
Hey, everybody. I necessarily don't have a question. It's more so a comment, and it is actually for the gentleman. So, oh, you can't hear me? Hello. Y'all can hear me? Okay, so my comment is more so for the gentleman. First of all, thank you, ladies, for having us. It's dope. I just wanted to say that I truly hope that you find a sense of happiness throughout this trauma that's carried on for so long throughout your life. I think that progression is coming. I think that you have to actually take the time to find yourself and accept things. I also think that you should be able to let it go when the time is right. You know, sometimes it takes a little while for people to heal. And it's okay to be bruised, it's okay to be broken, but I think that implementing it on others is what's causing more harm to yourself than you actually think, as well as to the people around you. So, from woman to man, I pray for your healing and I pray for your growth. Okay, and y'all stay safe and stay well. Thank you for having me.
All right, did you have something you want to say? We got the venue owner coming up in here, but you got 2 minutes now.
Let me just say this. So, one, you gave me chills and you brought tears to my eyes. She gave me chills and she brought tears to my eyes because that's so heavy. I'm the owner of this establishment. I own a bar, so sometimes people are drunk, people are sober. We have like real life conversations sometimes here at our bar, right? At my bar. And I run into a lot of, same, bitter men, bitter women. And I feel like sometimes our problems are so much bigger than this surface level BS that is portrayed and that is showed and that people put a veil on to hide what the real problem is. And I'm not saying nobody got no problem, but I got some problems. All right. And one thing about me, what we talking about, what we talking about, sir? We talking about a 10, a queen, and a table.
Or the table.
I'm a deck. I'm the whole full deck. And whatever you pull out of me, see, have you ever reshuffled the deck and you don't really know what you're going to get? See, when you pull me, you might got to reshuffle your deck fooling with me. You understand? You might. It depends on how you shuffle the deck. And that is us as women. That is us as men. That is us, because I'm not against the women and I'm not against the men. If you ever watch the other podcasts, I be for everybody. But when it comes to me, I'm whatever you pull out of me. You understand? So if you pull a queen out of me, you're going to get a queen. If you pull... hey, I got selective submission. I am selective on who I'm submissive to. And it depends on what type of day, what day of the week, or how you treat me, is if I'm going to be, yeah, baby, of course. Sometimes, I ain't majoring on no minors, right? So I ain't going to major on a minor. Sometimes it might be some stuff that the other chick might fuss about, and I might be like, you got it, baby. It's cool. And it could be something I would have really tripped about back in the day. I'm 42 now. So I'm 42 years old. It's a lot of things that as you get older, you don't even trip about no more. You be like, all right, if that strokes your ego, hey, I'm the stroker. I stroke. You know what I'm saying? I'm stroke your ego. But I got selective submissiveness. So it depends on how you treat me as far as how I'm going to treat you, right? So you get what you give, right? And I think that a lot of people, I speak about therapy because I've been in therapy for 2.5 years. And I think that a lot of people, a lot of black people, a lot of white people, it don't matter who you are, but particularly our black people, therapy is so freaking needed because you'll never take accountability for yourself if you don't know yourself. And when you don't, like she said, when you don't look in the mirror and see yourself and say, God, who am I? Or what am I? Or show me me. Show me me. You're gonna take the ideology of a man showing you what you should be. You know what I'm saying? So then, as a woman, instead of saying, it's how many people on the planet? 8 billion? This one. You know what I'm saying? This one, and he ain't gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? And this ain't no this to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, this not no this to you because you're a king. You're a king in my eyes. I don't care if you're a king, you're a peasant, or whatever you want to wake up in the morning time and say you are who you are in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to identify with that. If you come here and tell me you a dinosaur, I'm going to be like, dinosaur said. You know what I'm saying? You could be whatever you want to be. However, I think that, like she said, we have so much more to worry about in this world than a stigma of what a man that has. So whatever you got going on. So how old are you? No.
55.
So you 55. So you got 55 years worth of happiness, pain, trauma, and bitterness, right? Because we all do, right? So I'm gonna wait till my podcast. What day my podcast on?
You gonna be in August.
Okay, I'm being August. She gonna let me make it through the summer. Okay. Cause usually I'll be working and I'll be back here, right? I'll be back. I'll be working. But one thing about it is, as women and as men, there is a reason why he acts like he acts, and there's a reason why you act like you act. And there is a reason why you act like you act. So it may have been from your husband getting killed that shaped your future going forward after that. You had a dream of what you wanted things to be like, right? And then, but because of that, life shifted. And when it shifted who you were, who you are, and who you plan to be, right? And that is the same for men. And even though I don't know if you're talking from a hurt place, I don't know if what you're saying up here is hurt or not hurt or just how you live. But guess what? There is a woman for you.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And guess what? At the end of the day, when I see guys like that, when I see men like this, I be like, I don't even care. It's somebody for him. He gonna be sleeping with somebody by the end of the week. And you know what I'm saying? Multiple people. You know what I'm saying? It's somebody that's gonna deal with that, right? And that's the same for the women. That's the same for the materialistic women. That's the same for the men that act like they got this and they don't got it. That's the same for the women that act like they got this and they ain't got it. It's the same thing, but we got bigger problems. Like, we have so much more to worry about as black people, because it doesn't matter if they come here from Mexico, they getting up better than us. It don't matter if they Asian, Chinese, European, however they bring their butt over here. Even the Africans coming over here on visas. Everybody doing better than us, slave off, African Americans. So we got so much more to worry about than the ideology of what one man has to say about us. Because it doesn't matter if you got stretch marks, if you got weave, if you got whatever. Guess what? Men, we could say after 40, your dick stopped working. You know what I'm saying? And we do. So guys are coming with these disabilities as well. You know what I'm saying? These guys are coming with these disabilities. So, just because, see, and sir, what's your name?
Benjamin, but you can't call me that. Call me Ben, please.
Benjamin? Benjamin, you ain't got no hair. What if I be like, listen. Let's just say if I say, I don't want no man. A 10 to me, is you a 10? Is you a king? Or is you the table? You, in my makeup, you gotta have some hair. I need some waves. You know what I'm saying? So guess what? That's for me. You get what I'm saying? So you can't say, oh, she got stretch marks because she got a kid. Because she got this, she got that. Guess what? Long as she look in the mirror and she confident with herself and she know who she is. Because see, the worst thing is having a woman that don't know who she is. Come on. Right? Because then you're responsible for making her who she is. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not the one, because I'm so flawed in life. You know what I'm saying? I'm so flawed. God is working on me, honey. We all are. We flawed. But it's very important for our women, our young women, our older women, our women coming up. I got a daughter that's 17. For our young people to look at a man like this, and it's good to hear this. You get what I'm saying? It's good to hear a man talk like this. Like, I remember I dated a narcissist before. And I remember I was like looking up the qualities of the problems of a narcissist. Then when I realized who I was, I said, I'm a narcissist nightmare. Bring him. Bring him. He gonna kill himself fooling with me. He gonna kill himself. Cause I'm a reverse. What, are we on Uno now, or we was on the deck of cards? Reverse. Now we on reverse.
Because Uno is a deck anyway.
What? We gonna reverse. It's some cards, ain't it?
Yes, it is.
So it's still cards. We gonna reverse on them. So that's it. Here you go. I'm sorry, but I just wanted to say that because I second what she says, and I just feel like we got so much more. If that's your driving factor when you wake up in the morning time, we have so much work to do. Like for real, we got to get it together.
Yeah. Yes. So come back in August and you will get all of her. Okay. Okay. We do have a live audience question. So, Kenza, I think this is for you.
Oh.
They said, I hear all the problems you're embracing. So what is your solution to the problems that you're seeing or speaking of? What are you suggesting the solution be if you had the manpower?
Wow, you sound like you're trying to make me lead a people. I suppose I believe that most things have very, very simple solutions, but often the simplest things are the most difficult to actually execute because they're simple. And I think I have a lot of very unpopular opinions and beliefs about how things could be to help us. But I think one of the major problems is the dissolution of families. And it doesn't necessarily just have to be what we consider to be a nuclear family, but more so of extended family, of community that looks out for each other and protects each other. But the basis of that is the family. Like, I think we get so caught up in every other issue, and we want to picket and rally behind everything else except for our family, except for our children. Like, there is no community without a family. Okay. Our communities are what they are because our families are what they are. And our families are what contribute to society. Society is what contributes to the nation. So it's like, stop having kids that you can't or don't want to take care of by people that you do not like or know, first and foremost, because I think that's one of our major issues that snowballs into everything else.
Okay, and I'm going to hop right in here because we still got to get to question 4. And so, Ben, quickly wrap up question 3 and go right into question 4. We're not going to take a break. We're going to go right into question 4.
Well, again, first, let me give you, as I like to say, let me put some paint where it ain't. Ain't no trauma. I just like this. When I discovered who I was, and again, I'm a product of what women help do. And some very near and dear women, like I said, my grandmother, my mother, my aunts, my sisters, because I know one right now who couldn't make it down here. I know she watching. And they all looked out for me. And let me just call it for what it is. The game I got, a lot of it came from them because I'm so used to that. And all of a sudden, I'm supposed to now adjust because you don't want to comply. Well, then if you don't want to comply, then bye. That's how it is. I don't knock you for being who you are. Don't knock me for me. I am a traditionalist. I am a stump down dude. I've never referred to myself as a boss because I don't like that term. But I am that dude. When it comes to certain problems, I'm going to solve them. When it comes to being the dominant one, that's just who I am. I done already told you how my daddy was. I'm a direct line from him. And what I saw work for him, it's going to work for me, just with the right one. I don't believe that this trauma thing is all this. It's choices we make. And the choice I made is to be that motherfucker, and I'm going to be that motherfucker, and I'm going to believe I'm that motherfucker to the day I die. And guess what? You don't want to ride with that? I'm cool with that. I'm still, look, me and her, we disagree on a lot. But one thing she can say, excuse me, I don't mean to point in your face, don't I respect you?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. We've been talking about this for years. She got much love and respect for me, and I look at her like a sister, because I got a sister like her, and she get on my motherfucking nerves. But guess what? I can live with that, because some of the stuff she says is right, some of that shit is just, men and women gonna naturally differ. There's certain shit I'm gonna do, and certain shit, like I said, regardless, and I feel and because she cultural, I get it, and she wants what's right for the race and the community, the nation, I get it. But there's some shit that I need to, okay, if you believe in you this, I'm not finna just lose my motherfucking appetite because you don't know how to cook or won't cook. I'm gonna find me a motherfucker that's gonna cook. That's period. Yeah, I know how to cook because I got paid to do it. Food prep and short order cook. I know how to feed myself. Yes, remember I told you what my mama said. Boy, before you call yourself running the streets, you got chores to do. So I knew about washing clothes. I knew about folding. I know how to pick greens and clean chitlins, even though I don't eat that motherfuckers no more. But I know how to do that. So I know how to hold my own. I ain't never been married. I've been with multiple women. I had women, yes, they did check strap when I was completely in that lifestyle. But I ain't. And just so those know, I work in that field of education, so I'm with kids every day. No, I ain't fucking up their heads. I'm putting real shit because I teach math. I love math because math is all truth. I tell the kids all the time, how many of y'all want to be rich? They all raise their hands. If you don't know how to count, how you know if you're rich? So it's certain things I do. I live off that logic. You don't have to like my logic. I don't like all my logic because I don't like being this adorable asshole. No, I'm lying. Yes, I do. But I am this adorable asshole because like I said, my mother, like I said, she would do, how many women you know would put their child out as a teenager and this was the deal? I'm going to pay your rent until you turn 18. After that, it's on you. And had a trust fund waiting. So I was spoiled. Women have always looked out for me. And guess what? You're going to still look out for me. Not always monetarily. I may just need you because I'm not going to sit here and say that, no, I want to be this cold-ass macking motherfucker for the rest of my life. I'm going to be that anyway. But I want to have a mate. And I want to have somebody, yes, because I don't want to deal with a whole bunch of motherfucking personalities because there's a lot of personalities in one motherfucker. And I don't want to deal with multiple. Right. No, I'm a nice, no, I'm like Clark Kent. I can be that, see the glasses, but when I come, I'm a super motherfucker. So
super
that's
motherfucker.
what I am. But no, right. But see, when I'm telling you, and I'm one of the sweetest people. I got the softest hands. For those who know, I'm putting a plug out this World of Wonder hands where I'll take you straight to heaven without killing you. But this for real. So I'm always going to say this. Y'all, she asked me to come up here and say all this shit. See, again, my mouth used to get me in a lot of trouble with my mama because I was going to speak my mind. And back to the money thing, I used to have a Sentinel paper route. I'm dating myself. A Sentinel paper route was in the morning. So I used to do my paper route in the morning, and then I would go to school. After that, because back then, if y'all are familiar with how people who had paper routes, you got paid because you had to go collect. I'll never forget, on my bed, I'm counting my money, and I'm doing this. My mama opened my door. She said, oh, you did good, you got that. I said, yeah, mama, I can pay the paper company, and the rest is mine. And my mother stood there in the doorway and smiled and said, now let me hold that to you, and I will divide it out to you. And I looked back up at her at the age of 14 and said, what did you just say? She said, let me hold your money, let me divide it out to you. My grandmother was what we call court, because whatever my grandmama said was the final word. We went downstairs. I had my money in my mason jar, had it up under my thing, and we talked. My grandmother asked me, she said, now, son, don't you think your mother, do you trust her? And I told her flat out, no, I don't, because I work for this money. She said $5 a week. She told me when she was giving me $5 a week for allowance, that wasn't enough. This is my money. I worked. I got up. I did it. I'm not handing it over. And my grandmother looked at my mom and said, well, there you have it. He's not telling a lie. It's not the truth. And
but you think a woman's supposed to hand her money over to you when
because
she works?
Again,
okay, we're going to go on the question for her.